Mm-mm. Hello, 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 hello. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I can hear. Alright, let's get it.
You shouldn't be out. I apologize.
Just saying. Alright, actually, let's head. Thanks for holding the door open for me.
I apologize.
We're now open. Morning. I'll be with you, neighbor.
Guten Tag.
Bro's got any more the savior.
Bros, how can I help you?
Show me.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
Just to save me the time of making them.
I apologize.
Be careful.
What is it? Did you drop something?
I'm trying to give you something. Looking at.
If I may be so bold, what brings you to the Rutard Palace?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
I'm Henry. I've got pressing news for Lord Rutard. Take me to him. He's expecting me.
Ah, Henry. Yes, yes. Sir Quinslin mentioned you. I'll let you in. Shimek will take you to the Lord. I hope you'll find the time to listen to what you're not the first.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to
Oh,
wait
the
a while.
echo.
As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right off the dead.
Damn it! Has all his counting groschen not left room for a grain of common sense in that head of his?
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There is no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
I've got good news for you concerning Mintmaster Vavak. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
Very.
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Odorin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his.
What?
But I'll help you if need be. Although not on account of that ring.
I'll keep it then.
Sir Kunslin.
Shimek? What's going on?
Mintmaster Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now? So be it. This matter must be brought to an end. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth a dozen armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly, and then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What? I'm going with you.
No. So go to your room, take your precious crossbow, and if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vavak's whoresons who stick their noses through the door. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family. Don't forget that.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above us.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only your fortress, but also your honor and status.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please, just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words, sir. Only, considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
How dare
Henry,
you?
kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
You're a thief!
The word is you're in league with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett. Together, you've been falsifying the mining records. 1/10 of the silver ingots disappears from the records and ends up in your pockets. That's a capital crime. The king won't let you get away with that, whether Sigismund or Wenceslas.
I'd say this somewhat alters
How did I
the
lose
perspective,
reputation?
sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Ha! Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mint Master again?
Oh
And
my
with
goodness.
nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
Yes.
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones, that prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books. Or do you actually have them on you?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are safely stashed away out of your reach.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Hermes Trismegistos silver skimming business.
So, do you want to chance your luck? Or come to an agreement?
Captain,
Sir,
this matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requests.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
Money.
Executioner's far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master. Wait! We got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunzlin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right, so don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunzlin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our Mint Master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Master strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oof. I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in a room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask.
Don't thank me yet.
Nobody will be expecting me. Besides, I've got my spy coat on. I can deal with any locks.
Well, I'll pray for your...
Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rose, I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's...
You've no lack of courage. I'll at least look at them. I'm very curious.
I wish you a pleasant read.
All right.
I've got a feeling you're looking for me, Henry.
Okay there.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
Sure. I won't miss it.
Wait, though. We haven't got to the hard part yet. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... how can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again, that should lead you to a small clearing. You dig there.
Shrine?
I like your but there's one. Getting into the castle is the easy part.
You're right.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about. No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father. And even if he's not too keen.
You got it well figured out.
You've done plenty to... You know, Papa, you've earned the right.
I'm glad I could help.
The pleasure is... But tell me, would you do it if you didn't need our help in return?
My lady, I'd help you any time.
Truly? In that case, you certainly won't, but you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone.
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going...
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, but if you're going there now...
And what book is this that's so important?
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprises. So if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know why it's so important to me, you'll have to find it first.
Oh.
Fear not, my lady.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself away immediately, and I'd find it nice and quietly.
Your wish is my...
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. And take this.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't... And Henry...
Careful. What a side quest. Yeah. Where is this? Oh, gee. Okay.
I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance. That old creep will outlive us all. No, it was Jan, the beanpole.
Him? He was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up. It's a mystery.
God, that's terrible.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was feeling things.
And he was dead in the morning. Poor thing.
Aye. He had his whole life in front of him, and next thing you know, he gave it away.
Okay.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
Of course it's raining. Alright. We have an adventure to go on. Wait, how do I get out of here? Hello, doggy.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
There's gotta be something in that house. A bow. Oh. Whoa, what? Ain't about to waste my time going all the way through that, to be honest. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's just the underground tunnels.
Ka! Ka! Quick! Ka! Ka! Quick! Go! Go! Quick!
That was cool.
Go!
Oh no.
Whoa.
There's a chest here. I thought there was. In a private area. What in the world living in here? Oh. Dude, that actually did crazy damage.
Quick! Quick! Go! Go! Quick!
Make sure I'm going the right. Okay.
Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Go! Quick!
Taking another detour.
Whoa.
Dang.
Go! Quick! Go!
Whoa.
Excuse me. Y'all do not need to be doing this. Ow.
You wanna try me?
Excuse me? That's a little crazy. My head didn't get absolutely. No, it's pretty good.
Go! Go! Ka! Ja! Ja!
Yeah.
Quick! Go! Quick!
Oh, God. Was a book supposed to be here? Tell me. Wait, it's just not the town I was supposed to go to. Go shopping, but where? We're good.
Hail. What are you here for?
The Ruthard sent me.
What's that to do with me? Those days when Ruthard was the Lord of Malashoff are over. I don't want to have anything more to do with him.
He sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses for your family. As the two of you agreed.
Sakura. Nobody knows about that but him.
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from them, and this isn't a trick.
Well, that changes things. Sorry for being a bit hostile-like, but times are tough. A man can't be sure of anything. Good to hear that Sir Kunzlin still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and thank him for still honoring our agreement.
Sure. I'll pass that on to him.
So, tell me, what did the Ruthard send you for?
I've got to get into Malashov to free a friend who's held captive there.
What, all alone? Maybe I should send for a priest for you, eh?
Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Lord Ruthard told me about a secret passage that will take me there. What I need from you is to get a fresh horse ready for my friend. A fast one, for when we get back.
Well, you sure ain't lacking in courage. But you're really asking me for a lot. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're from Sir Kunzlin, I'll have it ready for you. Somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the shit if things go sideways.
Of course. The last thing I want is to endanger you unnecessarily. And the Ruthards promised to pay for the horse if it comes to any harm.
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm, there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently, there's been wolves and wild dogs sniffing around here, so we have to watch out for the animals.
Thanks. I'm obliged to you.
Tell me more about this secret passage. They say there's one here somewhere, but no one knows much about it.
I don't know exactly where it is yet. Rosa told me that I should look for the entrance somewhere in the woods here, around the fortress. It's supposed to be bloody well hidden, so I'll have to dig my way through to it.
That sounds clever and complicated. just like the Rootharts. Sir Quinslin banned cutting down trees some time ago in the forest alongside the path next to the stream. Maybe that had something to do with it. If you need any equipment, and I'm sure you'll also need some torches in there.
Yeah, that will come in handy.
Hey, now that I think about it, I don't know what you'll find there, but you shared a secret with me. I know it well. And
Thanks, Hashtal. I'll consider it.
Well, apart from I wish you the best.
Show
Not
me.
buy from him.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything?
Where's chest at? Oh. I have a spade, right? I don't. I think it's gonna flood.
This must be the chapel Rosa was talking about. I'm supposed to look through its arch for some old ruins. Well, let's see.
Oh, that right there? Whoa. All kinds of deer sizzle.
The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that. So somewhere around here, I have to find a stone cross, and then go in the direction the top is pointing.
Gladly. Wait, what was I supposed to do here? Here I'm not going the right way. Oh, there it is.
A cross in stone. This could be the place Rosa mentioned. I'll grab the spade and see if I'm in the right place. Ugh. A tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear. An axe to deal with the supports and the planks at the entrance. A spade and bucket to clear away fallen earth and free up the entrance. Everything's ready for escape whenever needed. The Roothards really left nothing to chance.
I can stand up. Never mind. Which way?
Fuck, that's deep. I wouldn't want to fall down there. What do we have here? A ladder? In an escape, it'd be enough to pull it up, and that'd leave any pursuers stuck. I just hope it can hold one attacker. Damn it, that's cold.
Can't go this way. Oh, what was going on? That was sketchy. Dude, I don't know which way to go. Okay, there's a door there. That was just a waste of my time.
What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Roothards' tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time. This will come handy on the way back. This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this. This is going to take a while.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Odard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto?
Uh-oh.
Gutenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund, and now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Oh, jeez.
Who? Speak! The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Oh, that'll be a good fight.
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. We better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Jeez.
Lord von Burgos
Luck
had
was
to
on
leave
my
on
side.
important
Now
business
to
for
find
King
Capon
Sigismund,
and get out
he
of
took
here.
a small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get to whip. You've got it, Connor. Yes, boss. I'll put time into the game. Still be in charge of the southern and eastern borders.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The world, I'm gonna know where this book is at. Outside. $127.
I always close the door.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We have here one.
What's more, as far as I've heard, there's bands of outlaws spreading all over the region. Some of them are deserters from the army, but I heard the enemy is organized. You hear about that? Don the Curious?
I think you mean Enoch the Dry Devil. I heard they were gonna hang him.
Hmm.
Damn it! No great loss.
rat sent us to keep watch here.
I think you're just holding up here. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow and see what he tells me.
Perfect hiding spot.
We'll hole up a bit downstairs, and you won't say anything to the captain about it.
Have no fear. We'll just have a little nibble, with your kind permission.
And we'll be as quiet as mice in the hall. We won't disturb you, trust me.
I hope so. Now off with you.
You're a sharp one. You sure know how to deal with her.
I feel a little sorry for her, with nobody taking her seriously around here. She's some third-rate daughter of some lord from who knows where, so she was actually quite lucky that old Otto took a liking to her. The thing is, everybody knows where she comes from and treats her accordingly.
It's gotta be in here. Still nothing. I don't want to quite knock her out. But if I must. Wait, can I? Oh, sorry. Say she fell off her bed. Dude, where is this book at?
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet! If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Hey, he's alive.
Good God, Henry. How did
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Oh, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Aretzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told us about. Von Burgov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique! Very cunning.
And so far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky von Burgov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va?
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but nothing we can't handle.
You can forget about it. I'm not going through any passageway.
What?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation, it is more than delicious.
Fuck chivalry now. That passageway is the only chance we have of getting out of here alive.
Well, in my opinion...
Fuck your opinions. No. Just no. I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our heads.
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? If I got in that way, we can get out, too. It's completely safe. So stop acting like a madman and let's go.
I can't do it. I'm afraid of small, dark spaces. Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov, and I was stuck under the ruins, there has to be...
Have you come up with some ingenious plan for getting out of here?
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
Un moment. Henri?
Yes?
And what about horses?
I think there's a couple, yeah. In the lower courtyard.
Très bien. That will be enough, but I think we could get there stealthily. Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone. Just like it may not be the best plan. Time has passed. The fortress is quiet. I believe that most of the garrison has gone.
That's a wonderful plan, but...
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel.
I don't have anything for you.
I certainly...
Merde.
We don't have time to play hide and if someone tries to stop us...
Are you sure?
Je suis d'accord. I would not risk more.
Fine. You're right.
And how will you let...
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a...
Agreed.
But you must be absolutely certain that the way is...
True.
Précisément.
Right.
Okay.
Grant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be
Please be
better
the book.
if you watch the stairs.
Please let that be the book.
Why is that?
That was not the
You
book.
are younger. You have better hearing. Because I smell them from a distance. Les Anglais seem to high heaven. Eh bien, I will watch the stairs if Monsieur le Chapon so insists.
I'm about to straight up look up where this I ain't leaving without it. That was in the ladies' room that I knocked out. One, right? She's gone. Oh no, she's still. There we go. Oh. Alright, so where am I going now? Can't rob this guy? Wait. I've already.
Again.
Is that guy going to sleep?
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Cape on the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
gate, Henry. Quick.
Run!
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France.
We, monsieur, are surely brave. And fortune favors the brave. Yeah! Free at last! Thank you for coming for me, Henry.
Good work, good work.
You're a great friend.
Why am I not
Best
on,
I
of
could
course?
wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vauquelin?
Vauquelin.
Vauquelin. Vauquelin... would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant. En
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not talented in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits
Let me just...
Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's troubling you, Sir Hans?
What do you think? It all turned to shit again, and I ended up in captivity. I'm thankful at least that Hanush won't have to pay von Bergov a ransom for me. I'd never live that down. But I'll still have to listen to another lecture from him about how useless I am. Or do you have a different feeling about our Trotsky mission?
True. Not everything went according to plan. Actually, almost nothing went to plan. But at least I finally got revenge on Istvan. That Horson got what he deserved. Believe me.
My Christ, you got Istvan! That's welcome news. No one will miss that fucker. Nice work, but I don't think that'll help me much with Hanush.
Jobst is hatching his plans. Soon we'll kick Sigismund out of this country, and I think the bold Sir Hans will still have a chance to prove himself.
Mais oui! I must meet your Jobst de Moravie. I have some clever ideas about how to strike against Le Roi Sigismund.
Yeah, you go and chat with Jobst. At least I can get good and drunk in the meantime. We should spur the horses on! God knows! They might be hot on our heels! Yeah! Christ, wounds! Such destruction and havoc!
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valacarnats and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war, it's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bacalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard? Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Here!
Oh, there, that one. Can I skip this? Oh, thank you. Oh, snap.
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
We... I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Rat-Eye that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zhishka is actually our ally.
Zhishka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's an interesting fella. Handy with a weapon, but also pretty tricky. It's best to keep a fella like that on your side.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rabosh. Why Rabosh? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Vavak? But he's the Mint Master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Can we go to Raborsh with you? We could certainly use a drink, a bite to eat, and a comfortable bed.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the city council assembly is a big opportunity. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Raborsh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Raborsh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
Beckett, I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Raborsh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Okay, let me leave.
Adieu,
and to you. I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Where are we at? Other town. I like quit. Let's see what this camp is back here. Oh, wait, what?
Go! 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 Quick! Go!
Iskowitz.
Whoa!
a little cool little town.
We're now open.
Have
Who may yet turn out to be a murderer. This thug broke into the blacksmith's house. His intention was to steal. He tried to persuade us he was hungry, but the devil knows he was...
It happens. Just watch where you're going next.
Hail Mary.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to the guy. Here you go.
What are you here for?
What's new?
That soldier who recently he was looking for a blacksmith. I don't want to get involved with any, but if you really need, alas.
All right, thank you. What do you have?
Take care then. Thanks for nothing.
Okay. Where's my horse? Come on, buddy. Let's get going. Alright, let's go to the bathhouse first. It'll look good.
Easy, easy.
Calm down a bit.
Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa.
I'm expecting an important visitor, and I want you to take good care of him. What would you...
I'd like...
Certain.
I've got a...
Ex...
I'll glad...
Ex... There, all better. Christ! Pardon me. Look, it has got to stop. What have I done now? The guests aren't happy with you. They say you're too bashful.
I'll have some wine.
I'm not some piece of meat that anyone can grab whenever they want.
Okay.
I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south. I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Oh, how's he walking around drunk?
I'll be with you.
Hey man, can I just walk in now? Nice. Sorry. It's raining like crazy out there, man.
Careful.
Lady.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
As I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon... and there it lay.
You really found it. By the way, did you...
Oh, nope, I forgot.
Actually not.
That's too bad.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some... Not in absolutely everything, of course. That's just not possible. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know?
I've been through quite a bit, but...
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
Yes.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chamber.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Once upon a time.
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal parts.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. I'll take careful notes of everything.
Well, being a man myself, a man, I suppose.
Why not? And what kind of a man is he?
You mean I have to think up a name?
You don't
Can I write a
need
story about myself in this?
to,
Like,
but
as
try
Henry?
to describe him.
Okay, he is an ordinary
There have already been
man.
enough heroes, saints.
That's 2 words, but I'll forgive you. And do you want it to be an ordinary villain?
Make him a do-gooder. But
Very well.
that sounds as if...
Oh, my.
Do you know anyone...
Of course not. Whenever I...
Who, for example?
I don't need to look far.
What actually happened between them?
Venser was a hothead. He kept urging Father not to put up with insults, and Father explained to him in vain that to respond to such provocation... Actually, Venser went to defend the city a bit, out of defiance.
Tell me more.
I had always, except he was not today.
Was he the one who taught...
Yes,
And Kunz...
naturally.
You speak...
If they hadn't quarrelled, back to work.
He could make fun of people, but not know when to stop.
Sure, why not? But in the end, I like those stories.
Uh-oh.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What?
Of course.
What on earth do I have to do?
Have you ever seen a heron? Imitate one.
A heron? Well, maybe like this?
Well,
Awkward
now we're
silence.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
your suffering is over. This book won't be getting any more done.
Reading all that. I just want to look at the picture. Just don't ask me questions on it.
So what about that story of ours?
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way.
You see? And what about the sketch? For such a...
Oh, it's...
Oh, it's pretty,
Great.
really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
But otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush.
How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us.
Yes.
Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Love you. Wait, what if I just...
You said you could teach me something.
If you ask nicely.
Very well then.
That depends on what you're interested in, or if you prefer act. But I warn you. So.
Maybe none of it. I mean, can I actually just go through this whole entire place? Oh, there's only 2 doors right here.
Him? He was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy.
Already went through this.
Never woke up.
Good to
God,
see
that's
you.
terrible.
His mother said
Greetings.
he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm.
Damn it. That's just what we need.
Exactly. We'll have to talk to the others.
Dude, it's raining again.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. Careful!
Alright, let's continue on. Wait, did I go too far? Here we go. Oh yeah, I can't go down here.
Dead in the morning. Just like you.
I reckon it must have been a
God be with
storm
you.
cloud
Ow. Sneeze. This is him, right?
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. Actually, I have a little...
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The Assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it?
No.
And tell the truth.
It's actually not.
That's none of your concern. If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to... Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve. Otherwise, you...
What will I need to...
Fast feet and good manners.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a...
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show...
Where can I find the...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today, from Master Taylor. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the...
I'll be getting...
Just make sure...
Quality goods here.
Wait, wonder if I can take their certificate first, like, rob it off of them, and go and get the clothes and showing that as it being me.
It happens. Just watch where you're going. I've got lots.
Good day to you.
You must be Frank.
I am.
I'm Henry. I heard yours.
I am. What's it?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine. Why would you want to stick your...
I just have to get in there. I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a...
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. No need. Show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I didn't get round to picking it up.
Thanks.
You better not.
Iron and steel. All quality
Halt
people.
here. Voice fired.
Quality merchant.
Strong rain. Fine saddles.
Mugs for sale.
Quality goods, the finest
Do your
wares.
shopping here, and you're in the clear. Fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Muslin, Barchin, the strongest Barchin from Kashov.
Good afternoon.
I'll have a look at you.
Nothing suits your
That
fancy.
wasn't it.
Honey pies! Pies like no other. melt on your tongue like butter.
Greetings to you.
Finest wares, quality good.
Dyed broadcloth, beautiful
Axes
colours,
and
striped
Oh,
fabrics.
here he is.
Greetings, what do you... I hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
Aye, the finest. I spent the best part of 2 weeks working on them, and damn near left my fingers on them as buttons. But it was worth it. With clothes like that, he wouldn't be ashamed to stand before the king himself.
As it happens, you hit the nail on the head. I want to ask you...
Well, what about...
Franta asked me to pick up those clothes for him.
Really?
He gave me a certificate. See? It's got his name on it.
I was hoping he'd try them on one last time before final adjustments. But, very well then. Hose! Colourful hose! Great for church and the tavern too!
So great, man.
Anything you need.
Looks I got it.
Franta cooldown sent me.
Franta's not coming.
He got poisoned. He's writhing in agony. By turns, praying and cursing.
Oh, we can't be without a waiter here. So, have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. Everything as it Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn.
Well, I'll happily listen to it.
I should certainly help. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never... We can't allow that.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with low...
To stay in the background and keep quiet?
Correct. The councillors have... And in general, a good waiter...
Oh?
Well, yes. Understood?
Absolutely.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on, but you'll manage.
I know everything.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to...
Hey, no, don't store my stuff.
The city
Okay, good, it's
reserves
safe.
are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current
There are the pictures of wine.
is a joke. And on
Hopefully
top
I
of
won't
that,
splash
the
anyone's
army was
shoes.
requisitioning from it.
Boy, I'd like
Should
some
the
white.
town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher.
Boy, are you deaf or something?
Hand cannon.
Wine.
Can you
Yeah.
believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should
Well,
know
let
where
me-
they got them.
Or...
Since
I
you're
apologize,
a
sir.
gunsmith.
What are you implying?
Are you
Friedrich?
colorblind?
All
White.
I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande
Did I not
when
grab the white
outlaws
wine?
have better weapons than the city garrison.
What?
And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not
are you
realize
deaf or
what
something?
Schwierigkeiten
Why?
this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region.
Well, let me
We have
pour
the
it.
army bearing down, and you want to defend
sorry.
yourselves with a few rusty
You can shove that damn
helmets.
picture.
And who is it you want to fight?
It won't let me give it to him.
The city reserves are in urgent need of
There are the pictures of wine.
Unversüchlich.
Hopefully
Our
I won't
current
splash anyone's shoes.
Waffenarsenal is a joke.
Hey, waiter,
and
pour me
on
some
top of
Kai.
that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse
I
weapons
apologise,
than any
sir.
Räuber in the
Which
domain?
wine?
Tokai.
What are you getting
That's
at,
the
Elpris?
white.
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher.
Good,
Hand
sir.
cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
Thank you, waiter.
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is
I
that your
fancy some
stubborn
Tokai.
heads do not
Refill,
realize
boy.
what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We
Wait,
have
you're
the
not allowed to have
army
any.
bearing down,
I'm sorry,
and you
sir.
want to defend yourselves.
Orders from
with a
above.
few
This
rusty
is
helmets.
unbelievable.
And who is it you want to fight? Exactly. The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his
Tokai,
army
and a
will
full
not
cup.
be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom,
Sir?
and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris.
Well,
but
thank
where can
the
we
Lord.
get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state
I'd like
of
some
the
monastery
public
wine.
wine.
Refill my cup, boy.
Or brothels.
I'm sorry, sir.
Isn't it the same
Orders
thing?
from above.
This is unbelievable.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of
waiter.
covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up
More
on
wine,
Hotbrink.
Master
and wants
Bailiff.
to repair the baths that used to be there.
Come
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you...
and they can get leeches there for free as well.
Where can I find...
Use your eye and come right...
And take a you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spend.
Oh, it's in here?
Arguing about
who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
Brother, what?
Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
Oh, he just rocks around. Hey.
Whose silver might this be?
Something for me, didn't I? So,
I did.
not so loud. And now go back to your...
Got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
Hey, waiter! He can hate all he wants,
monastery
as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there,
Monastery
weren't you?
wine.
Oh.
Here.
Sir?
Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it
Well,
out and
thank
everything's
the Lord.
settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
What did he just
Leave
throw?
nothing out.
I don't like Ruthard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
boy!
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Ruthard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
Waiter!
That's true.
I wanted
Because if
monastery
we don't
wine!
do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and
Thank
soon.
you, waiter.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it.
I fancy some
Let's move
Tokai.
on.
I'm
Refill,
sorry,
boy.
Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of
Sir?
lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Ruthard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us. It's now run by the German
I'd like
Menhar.
some monastery
Who
wine.
knows who that
Refill
is?
my cup,
Don't
boy.
be ridiculous, Forsooker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives of the
Vanish, you hear me?
Oh,
So you'll
calm
just
down,
leave
dude.
it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's that.
Boy,
There are
come
more
here for a
pressing
moment.
matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you
all day long.
All right.
I knew I could, while you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And
And You, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah,
There's
the hell with it.
one.
We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Two. Oh, no, two of them?
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count
Three.
the winged figures.
What in the world? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sure, I'll go with that number.
So, let's...
I found your gloves.
Really? And did you count those wing...
I counted 6.
And did you count all the monsters and...
Oh, I thought...
Go back to serve...
Okay, whatever.
The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides,
You, lad!
I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And
I
what
really
would
couldn't
that
say,
be?
sir.
Like, for instance...
I have a
you'd
feeling
like to
I've
have your
spoken
own
with you
altar
before,
there?
too.
So what if I
Or
would?
with someone
Hold
who
your
looks
horses,
a hell of a
gentlemen.
lot like you.
That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an
Why?
altar in the
I'd like some
cathedral.
white.
Just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not
Boy,
supplying
are you
equipment
deaf
to
or
the
something?
army.
Sir?
If that's
Fine.
all they have,
Right.
they would be defeated by that bunch of
Good.
ne'er-do-wells from
Now
the
run along.
alehouse on
Ain't no
our
way I gotta sit here and do this whole time.
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What
You
do
there,
we have to discuss
lad,
next?
A cup of red, and don't you spit on me.
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
There we go.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Tücek Össe, Elegiop Katonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
Don't be scared of the guy.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Why is he acting so scared?
Unlike this band of fools!
We're playing as Galvin again?
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. I've seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
Greetings to you.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
I want to go through all of these.
He's got more.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blab. Besides, if he were on Sigismund's side, he'd...
But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to...
Indeed you should.
Oh, don't start with that.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and...
Christ be praised.
I'm all done in.
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation.
Good health to you, sir.
Baron Vauclin, I am a warrior?
My word.
Mais non. And I'm glad to...
It's a pleasure. Where have you been on your travels?
But of course, if you are interested in my greatest journeys, then and if you are interested in my greatest deed...
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Hey. Alright, nice try, buddy.
Of course. Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the status of Jews in the city?
Not at all. However, we would like to give the council something it is sorely lacking. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Or maybe you'll get to know each other better. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies,
this guy.
In these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait?
cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
I'm not going to die.
Friends!
That was loud.
We'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health, and to yours. I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has... And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that...
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened, and he's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies. We just need negotiators.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in... If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you...
Because I want to put a stop to this, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you.
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3. Meanwhile...
I'll get on it.
I wish us
success.
Okay.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Have a jug of wine.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. And he's a...
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pa, even better. But...
And you might not believe your...
Well.
I wanted...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave.
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having... For interrupting our company.
Is that your...
Unfortunately.
It's none of your concern.
That's how you speak. I'd hope you'd grow up.
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, I got him a place at the Archbishopric. Only it wasn't long. And then, I thought he took his...
Try saying it again a little louder.
You have the impertinence.
You're exact...
Me? Exact. You're a horse.
Oh, but maybe you ought to try it yourself. I can't dishonor someone who has...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults.
What?
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies.
You've got no other option.
Gentlemen, Surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second.
Out of the question. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher.
You want satisfaction? Suit yourself, then. We'll fight.
After you.
Well, that...
Shouldn't we rather...
No. Chris...
Oh my goodness.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back. Did they teach you that in the seminary?
What?
What's wrong
Bad
with your
luck.
legs? Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a car through.
Oh, he...
Not bad for a priest.
Look in my eyes. Not
No, you
at
don't.
my sword.
Okay. Sure. Yep.
You're fast.
Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist. You don't know which end of that thing is up.
Did they teach you that in the seminary? You're fast.
Left arm lower.
Did they teach you that in the seminary?
Stand firm. Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse.
That was sneaky.
Thanks.
Enough. That will do. My God. Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer.
I was in a war, and you ought to know yourself.
Aye.
So Father would be... Only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped...
Not at all. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg.
Thanks.
He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my... But now, I have a
And that's why you want...
I've got to get him on our side.
Aren't we all on the same...
Maybe everyone's saying that.
After your encounter with... Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I...
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have... If it's really that important...
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Oops.
Mustn't push too hard.
Sir Bocek,
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and some Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes.
On the contrary.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms, if...
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them.
You've got my attention.
How can
I need guarantees of security.
Of course.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a...
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty...
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would...
What about...
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund.
How about...
He's a young...
He may be young. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate, that's his by right.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation. Maybe it's...
I'll convey your offer to Lord.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. If he agrees, I'll be...
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to...
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do?
Young Lord Capon...
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to
You misunderstood my... I mean, with...
You arranged a marriage for my...
With the niece of Sir Bushek, Lord of...
Bushek of Kunstadt? The? Godwin, you conniving old bastard.
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young
niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa.
Oh, forget it. So, not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself.
Cheers!
Cheers to you!
Nice.
I reckon. Sir Bushek, your niece Yitka.
So Hanush agreed?
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to the beauty...
Here's to...
You're about to get drunk. Now what? Say Anna? Where'd that person be?
Cornered like this.
I'll bet my last. Greetings.
Got back from
Especially
gathering
not in
wood
here.
in the forest. You know, by the spring where deer and boar go to drink.
Oh, there she is.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you.
Your diplomatic support.
No beating around the bush, eh?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intent. Although, between the two of us.
Hit the nail on the head.
I am rarely
I'd say you have a better...
Not only for people.
Then you're in the right place.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. So, to the point.
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effective.
Nothing more. I'd say that's plenty. And why?
You manage large estates.
I've managed quite well up. If you want me to support you.
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the
who's that?
Harmon. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him.
All right, I'll help you.
Aldo will surely have the papers in his saddlebags. Bring them to me. But watch yourself.
Good day to you.
What brings you here? For a few days without him damn near getting executed.
Oh, go easy on him.
I've got those papers from all...
Quiet!
Milady, with all the... Here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Yes, quite.
I'd like to.
Wise.
Gentlemen.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where... Tell me.
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin.
Both of them.
This is going to be a long story.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Uh-oh.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Oh, we're back.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy.
Uh-oh.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you.
Poison.
It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobski's just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret.
Can I leave now?
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
I can knock him out.
He and Ruthard are in it together.
Where are you going?
Once we
Mind
get
your own
Odorin,
business.
we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
Ow.
No. We shall have white. We have had enough of it.
White it is. Quickly. If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Oh no.
I couldn't resist it either.
Godwin! I'd like to drink a toast with so to touching. Come now.
I never had
True. See now. Only there's fuck.
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread.
Well,
his lordship is so unsteady on his legs.
to hell with that keg slop. I had my eye on him all and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for...
You can bet on it.
I don't...
Find a jug of wine?
The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns to this country.
Let's drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
And stand over that ditch. We just fall in.
Whoops, didn't even take the chicken.
So you see, the best thing we could do.
Not the first to end up like that in the Sasau region.
I'm filled with grief.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Oh.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Oh, uh-oh.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest! Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own. Come on, Ned! That one's had it! That's enough!
Uh-oh. Wait, what happened?
Bleeding like a stuck pig.
Come on, Ned! Oh, good! Go fuck yourself! One step back! Stand your ground!
Come and help me with this bastard!
Now you're ready, you. Smash him on the head! That's right! Drive those horses out!
We'll kick your... I'll hack you to pieces.
Show your stuff!
Through blood!
Eat dirt, yokel!
Oh, come on.
Send my greetings to the devil! Bleeding like a stuck pig! Nice hit!
Take that!
Yes!
What?
That won't work on you!
No mercy!
Whoops. Oh, is this Henry?
Quick! Ah, he doesn't know which way.
What? I'm bleeding. You got it! I'll tear you a new arsehole, you fucker!
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Next one will be in your face. Blood, yeah! Kill him!
Surprise, eh? Don't get to fuck! Die, fucker!
Blood, yeah!
Eat this, yokel!
Violence! Done here, horseman.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin.
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin?
My younger brother, Christopher. You've known him for half a day, so what?
Shut up!
Leave him be. He's right.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. That is the least.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us.
So we have a plan to counter...
But, as you can see...
I'll gladly
Be so kind.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you. But von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
I was standing a few steps from von Aulitz when he told Sigismund I was pouring them wine, and had to listen to how Sigismund was going to give him Raborsch. It was a horrible feeling. Not being able to do anything about it.
And what could you possibly do?
Kill them. Both of them.
My fingers would itch too. Was there any knife lying around? Or at least a fork?
Do you know what that would cause?
The war would end.
But at what cost? After they'd ransack the city and kill anyone.
Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do...
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. Trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble.
Well, are you surprised? Look around.
Is there anything we...
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait.
If I survive the journey.
And
you've done enough.
And I'm sure Liechtenstein can't wait to find out what...
The king announced one more thing at the council. That is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people...
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least...
They're our allies.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go...
Anyway, we've got work.
Give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up...
Alright, well, I will... going to end it the stream right now. I will be back later. Thank you for watching.